Hi, how are you? It's Sue. Welcome back to my channel today, where I thought I'd show you what I've been working on this week. I haven't posted a video since Rachel's challenge, Roxy's weekly challenge, but I have been working in fits and starts, it should be said. It's been a busy week here on the property, and I've just managed to do, a few bits and bobs in between other work. Now, this journal I started a while ago, and I think this was one of Rachel's challenges. Can't talk today. It was, or certainly it was inspired by one of her challenges to make a decorated book cover. This one has a fabric and lace spine, and I've used some matte page, but if you look really closely, I was so keen to get this finished. Look, it's upside down. I put all my pages in and it's upside down. Hey ho. It is, it's one of my journals, so really, it doesn't matter, but it was annoying, I have to say. And because it's a hidden spine, it's actually a fabric spine, this one. I can't remember who I saw do this, but I thought, yes, I've done hidden spines, but mine have mostly been attached to card or thick paper, and the paper glued onto the back, onto the actual book spine, where this one is made with fabric and some, I've used like a very thin self-adhesive batting, and it's glued to the book cover here on the front. And I'm just looking at that, I need to add a bit more glue there. So, the theory is that this should lay reasonably flat to work in. We will see. So this is her completed. I've got two that I've been trying to finish off. This is one of them. And the fabric I used here to cover the spine, I've used for the interior of the spine, along with some beautiful vintage lace at the top and the bottom. And that same lace is used here on the cover. What else can I tell you? I had this piece of ribbon. It's like a buckram ribbon with Velcro, and I thought I would use that for the closure, and I've left it quite loose because although I've bound this journal, there is still room to do more inside. I haven't added, this is going to be a pain, isn't it? There we go, put it in there. I've still got more to add to the journal. As you can see, I've kept this pretty simple because already it is quite chunky. I made it a 4 signature journal, and it starts here. So each signature has more or less the same pockets, flips and tucks, that kind of thing. And I've evenly spaced a few of these page turners fabric tags on the side, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. And some of these pieces you'll have seen, I've got a stash of bits and bobs, so I thought I should start adding them into a few of the journals that I make. So I'll just do a quick flip through. As I say, it's pretty straightforward. There's still room to add more. There's quite a fair bit of empty space. Here I've just used done some stenciling with stenciling paste, and this paper is calligraphy drawing paper. Again, you know, here I've added a little tuck spot, and I've just put in a plain white tag. Just, you know, once I go through the journal, I can add what I like, and I plan to use this one. I'm thinking next year I will start writing in a journal regularly. So this will be the one I use. You can see I've stenciled some flowers as well, and they're more or less the same. I think it's dots and that flowery stencil all the way through. And this was last week's Rachel's piece, her challenge piece, and I've added one to each signature here. And again, like I say, I haven't done anything here. I mean, that could be for writing, I guess, because you can't really write on here. So that was the other side of that flip with the tuck spot on one of my pre-made journal cards. And I've added some lovely old book page. This is from a beautiful old English botanical book, The English Flower Garden. It's lovely, the paper's nice. And again, I've stenciled on there. And this is the centre of the first, the centre of the first signature, and I've added actually I haven't finished this off, I've done the other three, missed one. I've stitched all the signatures in with an envelope in the middle so that I can hide the cotton twine that I've used to join the signatures to the spine. So we close that up. You've got the envelope to use as a pocket, and you just don't see the cord. More of that calligraphy paper. That's a big tag in there. Same here, a little bit of collage on a corner pocket. And that was the first signature. And they are, as I say, pretty much the same. I'll just quickly flick through. And some of my pockets I've added ephemera and clip bits to, or I've added like fabric tags on the top as well on some. Just little clusters and odd bits and bobs. That's another of those corner tuck spots. The big thing for me was to get this journal bound. As I say, I'm planning to work on it next year, so I'll be adding more bits and bobs to it. It's another of the envelopes, so that's the centre. This, I've left this plain. I plan to decorate the front of that, but again, you know, when I use the journal, I'll probably add lots of extra bits in. The third signature. Oops. And this is what I mean. I've added, you know, fabric to the top, bits of lace, all sorts. Another one. I love this. Used to do this a while ago on my coffee dyed paper pages, and I did it on at least one in each of the signatures, I think, in this journal. I'll probably do more. Oh, this is the front page of an old book. Paper's lovely. 1948. Anne of Windy Willows. Just a simple tag. Another of those little tuck spots. It's one of Rachel's over the page pockets. And again, I've just added a blank journaling card there. For now. It's the centre. A little bit of collage on some pages, just, you know, bits, because I didn't use that many book pages. I've used mainly plain paper, because I thought if I use this for journaling, I want plenty of space to write. Love this soft green on this one. It's mainly blue, this journal, but I did add bits of green. And this card, I love this card. How pretty is that image? It's just a little bit of lace. And that's one of my pre-made journal cards from a masterboard. It's another collage scrap down the edge of a page. And this one, I've used one of my little bird clips to clip that, because look at that tiny pocket. It's hardly worth bothering with, wasn't it? Now I've left this side plain because you could actually write on that, no problem at all. And I've decorated here. That's the other side, and these I think came from Shabby Art Boutique. They're little fabric swatch cards, and I've added a couple of pieces of the fabric that I've used in this journal so far. It's another little collage. These are very sparkly gold pocket, which is gold and silver on that one. This is from another really old book. 1941, Anne's House of Dreams. Some of the old books, I think the two that I've used the pages here were given to me by a friend of mine, but I bought some really old books, and if they've got an interesting page like that, particularly if it's got some writing in it, surprising how many people rip that out of their books before they send them into the charity shops. It's such a shame, because, you know, that's the kind of thing that we like, and I love all the aging on this. So yeah, that goes in there. A little journal card or a tag. This is another piece. This is a piece of copied ephemera. But I like the colours on there, all the different colours. So I've added that to that pocket. And there you go, that's it. So that's what I was working on finishing this week. I've also been working on decorating a few pages in my journal for Rachel's Weekly Challenge. Roxy's weekly challenge, I should say. And I watched this week's video, so hopefully now I'm going to get on and make something for this week's challenge, and I'll add it to the journal, and then I can show you where I'm up to with that journal. Okay, thank you so much for calling past today. I hope you are well, wherever you are in the world. I hope the weather's being kind to you. It is extremely warm here again at the moment. We're still desperate for rain. There's a slight chance that we'll get some later this week, apparently, and we're keeping everything crossed. What else can I tell you? I think that's about it. All right, thank you so much, and I hope you'll call past for my next video. Until then, bye now.